Well, it's not arrived yet. I'm sat here staring at the door. No. What has arrived though is Breath of the Wild. That came separately, and I've just got a notification to say that the Switch itself is coming anytime now. So obviously I'm going to try and make some space. Now, when I got the Wii U, which is just here, hello, you can see my face in it, hi! That's when we thought the Wii U would actually be what the Switch is, and it didn't. It turns out you have to be within a couple of meters of the actual console. So I put the Wii U there thinking I'd be able to use it, and some of the games worked on that screen, some of them didn't. And I put the Wii U up here. There's the Wii U. My games and Lego, and that vastly underrated. Hopefully they could bring that out on the Switch again, because that's a really good game. It's Grand Theft Auto Lego effectively. It's fantastic. Anyway, sonic screwdrivers and all sorts. Now I could put the Switch in here, which would mean I'd have to probably take this shelf out. Probably not a good idea. I was going to put the Wii U in my games room upstairs, but I'm torn. I think, depending on how tall the bottom of the top of the charging dock is and you slot it in, I think what I might do, we've got a family charging base here. Just an IKEA table-y thing, hopefully you can see that, the light's not so good in here. And we'll put it there, move all this stuff, this is like all charging stuff, there's like a multi-plug behind there. Which does mean I'm going to have to cut a small hole in the back of this to feed the HDMI cable through to go into the TV. But, yeah, be right. We'll see what it's like, I think, when we get it, and then we'll set it up. But basically, I think it's going to go there, because obviously once it's docked you don't really need to see the screen, you can just close that, and there's a gap here, and on the other side there's plenty of air in there as well. But I'll be back when the parcel arrives. It's so exciting! And it's here! Yay! So, we have got Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, as you can see right there. Now, coming from the owner of Eco Arcades, this... I don't know how I feel about this. So, it's kind of the same size as a DVD case, not... you know, a bit thinner, but the size of the game cart is absolutely tiny. You can see that, there we go. For a comparison, here is a normal SD card, and as you can see, it's not very big at all. And the top, so it's a little bit thinner and a little bit not as tall as a normal SD card. In fact, we'll take it out and we'll put it on top of each other so you can see this. There you go. So as you can see, there's like a millimetre around the top and the side there. So, and before you ask, no, I'm not going to lick this. Those who don't know, Nintendo will put a coating on the label and on the metal things here to try and stop kids from swallowing them because they're so small. Go figure. And apparently there's a lot of YouTube videos out there of people doing that. I'm not a game licker, what I'm going to say. So that's Breath of the Wild, but here's the main beast. As you can see, I've gone for the black version. Yay. I don't know what it is. I don't like the look of the neon version. A lot of people have gone for it, but there we go. So you're gonna get a first impression unboxing as we go. Ooh, so it's got the startup instructions on the inside of the box there. First of all, the Joy-Cons. I've been looking to get my hands on these. Wow, they are actually, they've got some weight to them. So I'm looking at the screen as well. First time using this new setup. They've actually got some decent heft to them. There's the Joy-Cons right there. They feel, I thought they'd be really light and flimsily and plastic, but they're not. They've actually, although they're plastic, they feel like they're made of metal almost. It's weird. Probably all the rumble vibration features that they've got in there. This has got what Nintendo are calling HD rumble, so apparently be able to feel. They use a really rubbish example, but a glass, if you put one ice cube in, it feels different to if you put two ice cubes in. It feels heavier. Okay. As you can see, there's one. We've got normal stick. I think that's for that's the plus and the minus. The plus is on the other side. I think that's for capturing gameplay and screenshots and putting them online. And then you've got the sort of D-pad stroke C buttons, as it were. On the other side, you've got the L and R buttons, and you can put a little thing on there, which I think is in the bottom of the box. And the idea is you can hold them like that, you can hold them in the Joy-Con grip, or you can hold them sideways like an NES pad, and just that means you out of the box you've got 2-player, so that's always helpful, isn't it? So that's them. They're nice. Other side, you can see that you got a plus. You know, you've seen the photos. Same kind of setup. You've got a plus there. You've got a ZL and ZR right there, and then you've got your home button for going back to your menu. So there's the Joy-Cons, and the Switch itself. Ooh! Again, more weight to it than you think. Out it comes. Unfortunately, they've broken the cardinal sin of new tech. There isn't a little piece of sticky back plastic on the screen for you to pull off and go, oh. So, points off for that, Nintendo. Naughty. This is actually quite good. It's like an Android tablet. In fact, I'll go and get my Android tablet now. Okay, so there's the Nintendo thing, and this is a 7-inch Nexus. This is a Nexus 7-inch. Screen real estate is about the same, because the screen, it's actually got big fat bezels. The screen's here. But that's like a standard 7-inch tablet, if you can see that. That's that. I've got a HTC One phone on me at the moment. Just to give you an idea of an Android phone. That's the size of it with an Android phone. And an Xbox controller. Like that, that'll give you an idea. So it's about the same size as an Xbox controller, really. You can see that, there we go. So yeah, same size as an Xbox controller. Only obviously a lot thinner. But yeah, if you see one of these in a shop, you basically know what kind of size screen you've got. In terms of inputs, you've got on the top there, you've got power, volume, your exhaust, your headphone jack, take note Apple, and your card slot. Cartridges, yes, well they're not cartridges, they're like SD cards, but still, the retro gamer in me approves. On the bottom, a USB type C. Unfortunately, it doesn't do TV out with just a USB cable, or like a USB to HDMI, if you know what I mean. It does it only through the dock. Hopefully that'll come in a later update, but I doubt, probably won't, because then they won't be selling £80 extra docks, which is a ball ache. But you know, if you're going to a hotel, it'd be nice to have a USB-C to HDMI and then just play straight there. But what are you going to do? And that's pretty much it. It's quite clean. Now let's get these Joy-Cons on, shall we? Oh, right. So I'm guessing you just slide them on. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a little slidey bit. Okay, you ready? Ooh, that's a nice, satisfying click. You go on. Ooh, that is satisfying. It actually feels like a good premium device, actually. Oh, I forgot to show you. There's a kickstand on the back for when you want to. They call it TV mode. Although I don't know how to get it out. Well, I haven't got any nails, but there's a kickstand there, so you can stand it on the table. They call it table mode. Yeah, this actually looks nice as well. Doesn't look as kiddified as the Wii U gamepad. Yeah, that feels really nice. I'm going to get the Wii U gamepad as well, just so you know what that looks like. And as if by magic, a gamepad appeared. See if I can get this on shot for you without getting lots of glare. There you go, there's the Wii U gamepad versus the Switch. I know a lot of you are asking. A lot thinner. As you can see there. Yeah, I mean that is actually, I quite like this. A lot of people didn't, but I quite like this. But compared to this, I mean, this is like a matte black, and it's got a lovely texture to the plastic, whereas this is just plastic in. Whereas this, yeah. So, well, in fact, on the, don't want to put it up there for, because the mic's down here. Where's this one? A little bit, but that's very clickety clackety. Yeah. Anywho. Oh, nice. I want to turn it on now. Right, okay, quick. Let's get out of the way. Got some headphones when we turn it on, because in Nintendo's infinite wisdom, they've even copyrighted on YouTube the bleeps and bloops and the, you know, select thing button noises on the UIs. So the second it hears like a 1 second bloop or whatever, it puts a copyright flag on your video. So I'm gonna have to put headphones in to take that out. Underneath the tray, you've got HDMI, as you would imagine. A tiny booklet, good. Less paper, well done Nintendo on that one. I'll give them that. The power brick, which is a beast. Oh dear, that's not very portable. Look at the size of that power brick. That's massive. USB Type C. It's going to focus on my face rather than that. But there's USB Type C there. I mean, that is pretty big. Look at my hand. Look how thick it is. So, yeah, that's and it's got some heft to it as well. So, yeah, apparently these are very expensive. So, yeah. Although theoretically for charging, it's just a USB Type C adapter and plug. So you can use one of these external batteries. And this thing is pretty damn powerful. I think this is one of my better ones. This is a 13,000 milliamp hour battery. It charges several phones at once. So something like this, along with your Switch, if you're going travelling, probably work quite well until you can get to a proper plug at least. In the bottom here, we've got two Joy-Con slidey grip things. Let's put them here, which are these, but apparently give it better buttons. Let's how do we? Okay, so there's a button on the back that you click, and it on slides, and then you, if you want to put this on, there we go. More on, but yeah, that gives it a little bit more thumb room, as you can see there, and it makes the L and R buttons up there a lot more pronounced. There you go, a lot more pronounced. So, you know, if you're playing it side on, you've got that whole setup right there. Nice, I like that. And again, to release it, there's a button right there. You click that, and then there's a locking mechanism down here, look, as well. So you unclick that, and then click that, and then just kind of slide it up, I think. There we go. Oof. Takes some force to slide it up though, so that's going to take some getting used to, I think. And then in the middle we've got the, oh, there's the Joy-Con grip, which is, you can slide the Joy-Cons in there and use it like a normal controller. This is literally just a piece of plastic with some metal runners on it. So there's that, although it has got some like Transformers style light pass through there, which I don't know if I can get my studio light to pick that up. No, it's not going to do it, but there's a pass-through light, so it looks, so the Joy-Cons have some lights inside there, those four, that tell you the charge, and then that passes through here basically. It's same on these attachments, they've got light pass-through, so you can see how much charge your Joy-Cons have. There we go, so that's the that's actually not bad. That's, yeah, that's all right actually. Where's my controller? Here we are. There's your Xbox controller, and there's your Joy-Con grip. The handles are pretty much identically put in width-wise. So you've got an idea. It's basically an Xbox One controller, if that makes sense. And then you've got the dock itself. There we are. No legal MacGuffins on the side. You've got two USBs on the side. I think they're just USB 2s. We'll have to double check that. Lovely embossed logo on there. It's kind of scratchy. It's nice. And then on the back here, this should open up. Here we are. Yes, there we go. So you've got your AC out. You've got your USB 3 port. And your HDMI out. So there's a lot of space here. So there are rumours that they're going to bring out like expansion packs, that like a box kind of a thing that slides in and clicks into those. to give it more power as the time goes by. I mean, that would be amazing, but we'll see how that goes. Obviously, it depends on how this sells in the first place, I would imagine. Yeah. Right, let's do this thing. Oh, Nintendo logo. It's going to be really hard. This thing is a proper fingerprint magnet. Oh, it's got a click. It's got some good fanfare music. Nice. And we've got some setup, so I'll go through that. So far so good. Lots of da-dum, 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 kind of as you go through the things. And now I'm just putting my password for the Wi-Fi network. Attach your Joy-Con controllers. Okay, I will. When you click them in, it does the click, you know, the Nintendo Switch click thing. You know. That's pretty cool. And we're back and we're in, and there you go. I don't see if I can show you this on the screen, but there's the user interface. It's very, very smooth, clear and smooth. They've obviously done a good job here. And it looks like we've got some news highlighted, so I'm going to that. Oh yeah, there you go. So you've got new system update has arrived. Can you see that? And looks like you've got the eShop and everything else like that, and little videos on how to connect to the TV, how it charges, how to take screenshots, how to do DVRs, all sorts of stuff. So I think I'm going to do the system updates, put Zelda in and let it do its system update, play a bit of Zelda, and go from there. And I'll probably do a separate video because this has been rambling too long. But so far, in hand, this thing is lovely. Absolutely lovely. It just feels premium, and like you'd think that these would be all bendy and, you know what I mean, with being disconnected, but they're not. Everything feels really solid. The plastic quality is lovely. The sticks feel a little bit looser than an Xbox One controller or a PlayStation controller, but they're still quite nice. But yeah, first impressions are it's really quite nice, I have to say. I'm really looking forward to be able to take this thing out with me, play a bit of Zelda, and hopefully when the games come in. I mean, I'm one of those few people that really love the Wii U, so Mario Kart on the Wii U is absolutely brilliant. It's probably one of my favourite ones ever, and basically it's the same game on this. So for me, kind of begrudge having to buy Mario Kart again, but it does come with new levels and things, and so I do want to buy Mario Kart at some point. I mean, let's face it, whether you liked the Wii U or not, or the Wii or anything, Nintendo's AAA titles, their first party stuff, are always brilliant. Level design, gameplay, fun. Yeah, people go, it looks too kiddified, but it's a game. You want real life, go outside. For me, it's more about the gameplay and the experience. I can play this with my daughter, Cheeky Parrot. I'll probably end up being able to play this with my wife, who doesn't like games that much, but she does like playing the Wii and plays mobile games and stuff, so I can see a lot of games on this would appeal to her as well. So yeah, there's definitely space for it in the Moobit household, really. Anyway, I'm off to play Zelda. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that was useful. If you've got your Wii, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, because, you know, the reason I do this is community. I want to talk to you guys. Yeah, we talk on Twitter and things. Brilliant. Maybe let me know in the comments as well, because it helps me out as well. It helps get the video noticed, so I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Until next time, I'll come back with my early impressions after half a day on Zelda, and I'll see you at the next one. Ta-ra!
I like to move it, bit.